All right, we're going to turn now to our other top story. The intensifying search for Nancy Guthrie is now in day 6. It's hard to believe that it's day 6 and so much time has passed. It comes as the family of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother releases a new plea for information. Savannah's brother, Cameron, says they haven't heard anything so far.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
CBS News national reporter Andres Gutierrez joins us from Tucson, Arizona. Andres, thank you so much for joining us again. We know that there were 2 ransom deadlines in this letter. One of them came and went last night. There's another one on Monday. When are we expecting to hear anything else from authorities? And talk to us about the significance of what 2 deadlines could possibly mean.
Yeah, well, so far, Adriana, law enforcement have not set another news conference as of yet, but these missed deadlines do not change how they are working through this investigation. They are, if anything, it does help them verify where whether these notes that were sent to 2 television stations here in town, as well as TMZ, are real or not. So, yeah, there was a 5 o'clock deadline that was set yesterday. A second deadline is coming up on Monday, but so far there has been no proof of life, and the Guthrie family is still trying to establish a line of communication. This morning, drivers out here in Tucson and the region are seeing pictures of Nancy, as well as the $50,000 reward that the FBI is offering for any information leading to her safe return or the arrest of the people or individual who did this to her. The FBI continues to send additional resources. They are currently posted up at a 24/7 command post at their Phoenix field office. Agents are right now combing through video cameras that have been collected in her area, as well as on the ground, interviewing neighbors, her family members, and friends, and anyone associated with the family. They've also been working through the forensic analysis of the cell phone data, cell phones that were possibly in the area the night of her disappearance. And so all of that, again, they have been extremely resourceful and helpful to local authorities here. Some of the evidence has been sent over to their center in Quantico to try and analyze it.
All right, so as you know, Andres, Savannah Guthrie expressed some concerns about AI potentially complicating this investigation, but hoaxes seem to have become a bigger problem. Explain that.
Yeah, so not only are they dealing with the obstacles of having to navigate AI at some point during this hostage negotiation, if we end up seeing it play out in real time, but they're right now dealing with old-fashioned hoaxes. Federal prosecutors have charged a 42-year-old Southern California man, Derek Colella, who apparently sent a fake ransom note to the Guthrie family in the midst of all of this. According to the federal complaint, Colella ended up using an app to come up with a fake phone number, and then ended up texting the Guthrie family whether they had sent the Bitcoin that they had been looking for, saying, quote, "We are waiting on our end for the transaction." Agents traced that number to an email to an address linked to Colella. He later admitted to sending those messages after he's been following all this news coverage. He's going to be in federal court in downtown Los Angeles this afternoon. This is obviously a prime example of someone who's trying to take advantage of a very horrible situation. It ends up siphoning off the resources during all of this as they're trying to do this desperate search for Nancy.
All right, Andres, thank you so much. I know you're staying on it. Let's bring back in former FBI Assistant Director Steven Jenson. Steven, we're really working you today on these different stories, but we're so glad that you are with us to give us some kind of context to better understand the investigation into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. As you know, there was a Thursday 5 p.m. deadline on this ransom note. There was also a Monday deadline. What does it mean for a note to have 2 deadlines? When that's happened in the past, what might that indicate? And what does it indicate that Thursday is now gone?
So really good question. And first, I'd just like to address briefly the nature of these cases. The investigators who are working this tirelessly are living this minute by minute. Those minutes, and I've been there, feel like hours. Sometimes hours feel like days. And so first, to the joint team of investigators, don't lose hope. Keep pursuing it. that she's alive, and you will find that lead that will lead to her safe recovery. Second, the family this is an agonizing case to work with, and they just want the return of their mom. The ransom note itself, I think, and the investigators are doing a good job of maintaining discipline over information. The fact that we know there's 2 demands on it is unique. We don't know the nature of the demands that were placed, and it could have limitations based on how they want money transferred, moving Bitcoin, or limitations on bank accounts, things like that. But what we do know is they're treating this ransom as though it's legitimate. And in order for it to be executed legitimately, you need some sort of proof of life or guarantee that the people who sent that note actually have the victim and are willing to make an exchange and can show proof of life. That's a key component here.
But Steve, just to follow up on that point, if they did transfer the money, we don't know how much money is being asked. Worst case scenario, they lose the money. Is the proof of life, critical, just to not influence other people from being copycats and trying to ask for money?
So there's already been an example of a hoax ransom note that led to an arrest that required or requested Bitcoin be transferred. And investigators were able to prove very quickly that was a attempt to fraudulent obtain money from the victim's family. Knowing that there is somebody behind that ransom note who has access and information, details that could lead to the safe recovery, it's also an investigative step to try and identify who the perpetrators are. It's the family's decision how they follow up on ransom requests. The investigators are going to try and identify the subjects and safely return the victim.
So, Steve, I mean, it's been 6 days now. Just in your experience, what are we looking at? I mean, if they sent a ransom note and the family was trying to engage with whoever might have sent that ransom, why would there be no communication? Why would Cameron Guthrie, Savannah's brother, come out with another video and saying, "Hey, reach out to us. We wanted to talk"?
Yeah, it's another good question. And we don't know that there's not been any communication. We do know that there's very public pleas from the family personalizing the relationship and the human nature of their mother, right? They're using very specific humanizing language about their mom. And that changes the nature of people's perception, the subject's perception of the victim in particular, that this is an actual person and they have human connections. That's very intentional by the family. And even if there was communication with the suspects, I would expect communications like this to continue. Humanizing their mom, pleading for her safe return. That is just good forward-facing communication from the family to keep their mom alive as long as possible.
Has that proven effective, Stephen? I mean, having that kind of language that humanizes someone who's been kidnapped, that actually works? Because I would think a criminal who's going to do this to begin with is pretty cold and knows how beloved this woman is. And then secondly, what do investigators, what does law enforcement, how do they counsel the family in terms of what information they should put in these videos and what information they should not put in these videos?
Yeah, 2 great questions. It is an ongoing, it's an ongoing conference and advisory from our behavioral analysis unit at headquarters. I believe they're on scene, and our crisis negotiator team from Quantico, Virginia, I believe they're on scene as well. Partnered with the locals, they're going to give advice and counsel to the victim's family. They can advise, but the family can really do what they want to in this matter. Keeping information pure so it doesn't over-disclose information that is only known by somebody who was at the crime scene is critical. Not publicly disclosing information that is so unique to the crime, unique to the mom, but only the mom would know, or only those who have the mom would know, is key to confirming the validity of who has the mom. Those are the things that I think the advisors would be given counsel to the family. The family needs to listen to the advice they're getting. And as the days go on, desperation is going to increase. That's why I started with that message of don't lose hope. The family needs to maintain hope. And the more videos they put out that personalize and humanize the mom, they will feel that strong connection to their mom. They will have hope that she's alive. It will also generate attention from the public. And that's why the FBI offered an award or a reward for the safe recovery of the victim, or and or the arrest of subjects involved in this. It notifies the public that, yes, this is the 6th day. Leads could be growing cold, but their efforts are not, and we need new leads to come forward to the investigative team to try to safely recover the victim.
All right, some really interesting and fascinating details about the investigation there from Steve Jenson, former FBI
Deputy Director.
Deputy Director. Yeah, Steve, thank you very much as always. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.